today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Los Angeles Rams versus Justin Herbert and the San Francisco 49ers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for 2020 in his second season, former Oregon Duck, Justin Herbert.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, now in his 17th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, these 2 division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Now it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Trey Hendrickson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go,
There is a hush indeed. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
On the return, Johnson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This thrown quickly out to Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Yes, sir, Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up, looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. A handoff to Fournette. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Zach Ertz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, it's Rodgers.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
Singletary.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
His 9th score on the ground this year and 13th overall.
And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Parkey with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. Johnson now returning. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Ertz over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2nd down, back to Fournette.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert flushed out right. Jones has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Caught on the slant. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Kenny Golladay, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we take the long trek eastward to Tampa, check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Josh Allen, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Whenever we're talking about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Herbert going to try and run.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Herbert now.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a give to Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mark Ingram hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Matt's got the first down and then some. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Touchdown, Rams. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Julian Love. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points. Matt gets hit, and the ball is free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. To Michelle on the screen. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That is caught by Anderson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
That caught by Manhurts.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
2nd and 5.
Rodgers again now. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that one his 1st incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it, escaping the pressure right. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
LA set to take over again on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Now here's Johnson.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.